All right, folks. We've been sweeping up this event so far. Again, you all have raised over $3,500 in just the past 3 days alone, and we can keep that number going. But first, we have a supermarket sweep randomizer here for you. Asuka424 is here to run Final Fantasy IV Free Enterprise playing randomizer, but in the supermarket sweep settings. So Asuka, when you're ready, get the shopping cart set and go!
Yeah. Sorry, I blinked and the run was done. That's how fast this is going to go, kind of. But hello, friends. I'm Asuka424. Welcome to Supermarket Sweep. One of my favorite shows growing up. Shout out to fellow millennials. Want to give a shout out to certain people here. Zoki, you might recognize somebody. Zoku, do you recognize somebody?
I mean, is that who I think it is behind you?
No, look at my screen! I am pointing to you!
Oh my god! You know what? I was so busy focused on dog behind you because we are, again, an event for dogs. I totally didn't recognize myself. I'm ready. Oh my gosh. And also, I was a little focused on Supermarket Sweep because I am also of that time.
Oh, bless. That was probably the most wholesome thing that we could have started this with. I love it. All right, so, yep, welcome to Supermarket Sweep. I've named some characters, some certain... Got some lightning, got some thunder, got my best boy, my best Papa's Galahad and Freya. But yeah, so we're going to get things pretty much started right away. We are starting with my favorite character, Edward. Actually, no, before we start, there was a specific song that we will hear later on. I'll get to it when we get to it. So which option is our winner today?
Absolutely, Asuka. So you picked some excellent choices for us, but Happy was our winner. That's
Yay!
Noctis from Final Fantasy 15. And a thank you from Happy by 3 to the Final Fantasy IV Free Enterprise community for being part of the very first Multithon event back in 2023.
Yay! So yeah, you will be hearing, first off, thank you for your super generous donations for Blue Path Service Dogs to get that song. We'll be hearing it specifically when we go to Objective 1, which is Complete Cave Magnus, which I'll tell you more about that when we get to it. But we are all ready to go in 3, 2, 1, start. So if you've played Final Fantasy IV, you'll notice that you don't usually start with Edward. As we're going to find out in our second character, you don't usually start off with Edward and Sid, which is strange. Or Magma Key. Of course we get the Magma Key.
We're going randomizer, full
This
throttle.
is a full-on randomizer. And when I look to the side, I'm actually updating the trackers on my end so I can keep paying attention to things because I have the memory span of a very, very distracted goldfish. So Free Enterprise is called Free Enterprise because we just give you the airship Enterprise straight away. We just go. Supermarket Sweep is a very, very user-friendly, or beginner-friendly flag set in that we just let you have access to all of the super strong stuff in the game. And as you'll notice very quickly, items, I'll take that, ooh, pass, perfect, are free. So... I'm actually going to fade Baron because why not right now? Yeah, items, weapons, you name it, it's free. So I kind of laughed when we got the Magma Key because there are 3 areas to Final Fantasy IV, the overworld, the underworld, the underground, and the moon. Supermarket Sweep, you really don't go... Okay, lady. Okay, come on, lady. Come on. We're doing this. Okay. Lady, I'm going to go to the inn, I'm going to reset you, and then I'm going to go. You don't usually go to the moon very often. You take what's called a pass. I don't need any of that. And I actually saw a pass in that first shop, so that means I get a very speedy ticket, don't need any of that, to the final boss. We'll get to him in a little bit. Lady. People walk in my way all the time in this game. We've got, I'll take a Grimmy. That's fine. Probably should have taken those vampires. But this is a flag set that, because everything's super free and all of the super, like, strong items are available, the optimization comes in being able to, like, recognize what you have in those menus super quickly and adjusting accordingly. Also, I'm throwing that key that I got at the beginning of the game down a well, which is going to blow up a mountain, create a giant crater, and give me access to the underground.
Oh, so just normal supermarket sweep things.
Yeah, as one does.
I did want to say, when you were talking about the NPCs running in your way earlier, they know you're playing supermarket sweep. If they get in your way, then you get less things in your cart.
This is true. This is very true. So also, once you've thrown the key down the well and you check the well again, you could say it looks really deep. It's fine. But, so I've now created access to the second area, but we're gonna avoid that for right now, or as we like to call it, fading. Because usually the first couple minutes of Supermarket Sweep, I'm literally turning the entire game into a shopping junket for weapons, armor, and items. I don't need a guide drum. So there are specific items, weapons I'm looking for. The most important things, there's gonna be a suit of armor called the Adamant Armor. It basically makes my characters almost unkillable, which would be great. I will take that those arty arrows. That said, there's a 10% chance in Supermarket Sweep that I don't get Adamant Armor. I feel like I've cursed myself now. But yeah, we have Rosa and we have Kane. So we also can go to various areas and collect characters for free too. So I'm getting anything and everything.
I'm sorry, the screen said, you just said we have Rosa and Kane, but the screen just said we have Thunder and JPEG.
We have Thunder and JPEG. Who go by the pseudonyms of Rosa and Kane. But yeah, so during this first part of Supermarket Sweep, as you're going around, you're looking at what items are available, you're looking at what characters are available. What I'm also doing in the back of my head is I'm starting to see what types of, I'll take the samurai armor, what types of setups I'm actually going to build for the end of the game. Supermarket Sweep is really nice. Really benefits from a Zerker comp. So basically, characters with characters with physical attacks. So I'm looking for good weapons for Kane. I'm looking that arty bow, arty arrow combo is going to be great for some of my archers. If I find a Cecil, I am going to be able to do some massive damage. I'm not going to go to football yet, but I'll check the item shop first. I'll be able to do some massive damage with Cecil. So it seems like I'm just randomly looking at certain things, but there's surprisingly a method to my madness. I don't say that very often. That's actually perfect. Those sirens, that is one of those super important items in this randomizer. Not just Supermarket Sweep, but in general. What I'm looking for. That will summon the rarest fight within an area, and you use that to do level grinds. So I'll be fairly low leveled for a while, and then I'm going to low-key explode with levels. That's we have a Cid and a Dark Knight Cecil. Okay, so yes, our character, Cecil, can actually turn into a boss in certain areas of the game, but that Cid we are not going to take. I don't really need him per se. We're going to do some shopping here. But yeah, so like we're looking for sirens. I picked up elixirs, so a lot of my leveling's good. I need some coffins would be great. Coffins would be great. Those Excalibur swords, and you'll notice I'm buying quite literally 99 of all of that. Who's in the bed? Kane's in the bed. Okay. Those are going to be fantastic if I get a Cecil that I can turn into a paladin. And it'll be really great if I find an edge. I don't need anything there. Edge is our ninja, and he throws things, and Excalibur is the strongest thing that he can throw. So just by chucking swords, he's going to be doing a lot of damage, and that's why I need 99 of them, because, well, when you chuck them, you don't say, pardon me, enemy, I need those back. Can you do me a solid and take that out of your chest and throw it back at me? Thanks. We don't get to do that here. So we are finishing up our shopping junket. Do I want that Dragoon glove? Nah. The Avenger is really nice. Avenger is our Zerk. So our characters can equip that and turn into Angie characters and go berserk. I lose control of them, but they do more damage. And in Supermarket Sweep, where you want the physical fighters, having physical fighters that do more damage, great. It's great fun. Nope, I went the wrong way. Doop, 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 doop. Also, I'm not really getting... that's Porum. I'm not really opening up chests. You don't actually really need to open up many chests in Supermarket Sweep, because everything you want is free. And there's going to be probably one chest I open up in the game, and that's going to give me potentially a KI or a key item. Let's see here. I went to Bear. Ooh, I didn't go here yet. I almost forgot to shop somewhere. A very sad, unfortunate event in Supermarket Sweep is when you forget to shop at a store and you're like, oh, that's where the item was that I needed. Cool. Heck. Well,
So I did have a question.
What's up?
You were saying earlier that one of the key things about playing this is the menuing, like knowing what order items are in. Are items in the stores also like randomized and such?
They're all randomized. You can, coffin, perfect. So they are randomized. You can set flags to restrict the item quality. You can make the items vanilla. So there's no randomization. I almost forgot a key item. Let me just drop back down here. So it's, yeah, you just have to get used to doing a really quick scan of all the items, especially when they're randomized. And you're looking for, like I said, those very specific items. One of the, yes, you are seeing double, just FYI. We got here. Okay. So I'm suddenly, we'll get back to that in a second. But yeah, look, one of the things that new players to Supermarket Sweep and Free Enterprise will do is sometimes over-purchase. And that's just a habit you kind of break out of. With, do I go after Antlion? Yeah, I go after Antlion. So, why I was laughing right there is I just picked up the Darkness Crystal, and what that means is I now have access to the entire game. Which is...
I too love when my doppelganger gives me game-breaking items.
Right? Let's see here. You're good. You are getting arty. You are also... yeah, nope, you are not getting anything. Cool. So now I'm just kind of putting some goodies on my characters that did I buy anything for her? No. That would make
While
too
you're
much
doing
sense.
that, I'm seeing some talk in chat about people's experiences with how Supermarket Sweep was their first experience with the Final Fantasy IV Free Enterprise community and randomizers in general. And I'd love to read some of those in donations if you can send them in.
Definitely. I'm also in the process of setting up for basically a... yeah, that's fine. Nope, I need to save. Let's save, thank you. Okay. Setting up for eventually when I start doing some level grinds, I have everything I need to do some level grinding. So I will say in Freeend there's a term called fading, and that means you just don't go somewhere. Good friend PK4787 is known to fade Antlion, and this is Antlion's Antlion Cave. I just realized Forum, you go in the center. Kane, go up there. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. It's probably not fine, but here we are. I'm gonna choose to fade Baron because I feel like being spicy usually end up fading at least one thing. Yeah, this is fine. I think. This is Ogopogo. This could be a little spicy. It should be fine. Yeah, it's fine. That's fine. Ogopogo is called the Nope Rope for reasons. Ogopogo can be very scary. But thankfully it's an
I love
antlion,
that nickname,
so
Nope Rope.
The Nope Rope. Okay. Okay. So, let me explain something. My favorite character is Edward. Edward is the best boy. He's also the weakest character in the game. Not anymore.
Can we get some spoons in chat, please?
So normally in Final Fantasy IV, you cannot equip the spoon. It's just a throwaway item. Of course, I got the spoon. There is a flag in Free Enterprise in which you can turn the spoon into a weapon. Because as we all know, the wonderfully poorly translated meme that Tello says, "You spoony bard." That spoon turns Edward from a completely glass cannon, or glass, just piece of glass. Ooh, hook. That's actually kind of
Not
cool.
even a cannon, just a piece of glass.
Because
wow.
you need the spoon. Look at his strength. So his strength is 12. Watch.
Whoa!
My boy just got beefy. So he is now my main damage dealer in the party. And there is a reason in my chat I have actually let me grab some wizard armor. I have a spoon word as one of the emotes. Because yeah, spoon word is alright, so we need a Cecil now. We very much need a Cecil now. Cecil is, with that crystal sword, will outdamage Edward with a spoon. Which sounds kind of silly the way you say it, but it's true. Oh my goodness. Alright.
Say it isn't so. How is the spoon not mightier than the sword?
Actually, ooh, no, I need the defense sword for Kane. Well, they both have 250. Okay. Thank you. And you have like nothing. You dwarf. Dwarf.
We can't even use Spoony Bard as an insult anymore.
Also, we have randomly a job assigned job dwarf, and that job dwarf is an aircraft assembler. Everybody is getting in my way. It's fine. Hello. I don't take things seriously, if you could tell. I just vibe.
That's what we're here for, the vibes.
I haven't found silk webs yet. That's a little dicey. So I'm gonna do a quick level because I'm gonna be kind of cheeky and go for Dwarf Castle right now. But to do that, I'm gonna heal up. I technically don't really need to heal up everybody, but form Yeah, that should be fine. Yeah. So, when I said the siren brings in the rarest enemy in that area, here it's an egg. Now, that egg can awaken and become a gold dragon. Yes, I just killed off Porm, it's fine. But you can also coffin the egg, kill the egg, and watch how many levels my character's about to get.
How?
My character should not be in this area right now. Actually, what I am going to do, let's see how much damage our Spoony Bard can do at level 22 against that egg. I need to do, I think, 2,000 points of damage. I probably won't at this level, but let's see. No. So yeah, we're getting there. At the levels currently, we're looking at like something significantly less than that, like 90 or so. But yeah, we'll get a few more levels. And what's actually funny is there's things called slingshots. There's 2 different types of slingshots. That none of them were relevant to this particular fight. But when you have, like, you track the amount of key items you have, and when you get 10 key items, you can slingshot characters. I actually need to get rid of this. And what slingshotting it means is you just get significantly more XP. It kind of like doubles it. There's also a thing where you can, if a character is like 5 levels less than your party's, the rest of your party's average level, that's another slingshot. So, sure. So, you can in theory have two slingshots on your character at once. So, I'm hoping to get like an edge or a, well, not, and actually no, I'm looking, edge I don't really need, oh bless. My characters can get drunk now. When you get drunk, you get berserked. It's fine, just don't question it. So, you can...
Drunken Fist is a thing.
Yeah, true. Oh, that's Dark Elf. So, if I get like a Cecil, you can see a very, very strong slingshot. So, it'll be funny how many levels they can get. Alright, so this is actually a 2-part fight, so I have access to... I'll find out what 2 bosses are, get 1 character, and then 1 key item off of this. I'm going to hope Eddie doesn't die. Bless. Eddie is going to get elixired. Eddie is going to stare angrily. I'm going to bring this Bacchus up. So Bacchus, he's going to drink it. And silliness is going to happen, actually. Actually, no. I'm just going to let Eddie do Eddie things. Because when he's berserked, he's going to get more damage, and then he's going to be a little bit faster.
And if I could just give a warning to chat, please do not feed your dogs Bacchus, even if you think it'll turn them into a Moogle.
But I got a pig now, too!
I know Thunder has turned into a Moogle, but...
So yeah, that was a quick fight. Dark Elf is weak to light weapons, and Rosa has arty bow, arty arrow combo, so she's going to be doing a lot of light damage, and Eddie is just strong. Eddie's just strong. So who we got here? We've got Magus Sisters, and... Hey, Edge! Hi! Sid, I love you. However, you just got completely replaced. Edge, like I said, is our sword throwing boy. And he's gonna be doing a lot of damage with his with his throwing of Excaliburs. Magus Sister's fight in particular, I need to actually. I could let Eddie just win this fight, but where did I just put the Excaliburs? Why am I having a moment?
I have to confess, I'm a little bit confused now because I know you've been referring to Edward as Eddie, but now we have Edge. My brain keeps going to default to Edge.
Yeah. Yeah, so I am very much looking at a Berserker comp. Edge is going to be doing a lot of damage. Eddie's going to be doing a lot of damage. Kane right now is my weakest damage user. I also think what I'll be doing in the final boss is just using those elixirs to heal up people instead of using Cure 4s. So honestly, right now, if I find a Cecil, I'm probably going to get rid of Palom. And then if I find a different anchor, which that's a whole other fun conversation. Baron Key. I said I was going to fade Baron. Why you do this to me? Yeah, So right now, my Palom and my Rose are a little expendable, which is fine. But I'm still looking for that Cecil. That said, we are gonna check out a character spot that I haven't looked at yet. But of course, actually, let's do my obligatory extra elixir because, sure. Skane is still a pig. It's fine. I'll fix that eventually. I don't even know if I bought cabins. Cabins would fix that. There's also a dwarven toilet that I can potentially do that. Tella. Huh. I'm probably gonna come back for you, Tella. Huh. That could be a good anchor. The short explanation of anchoring is making agility work in my favor. It can be a little convoluted to explain, but yeah, it's making it work in my favor. So Zeramus, the final boss, is like slower than the rest of my party, so I can get more turns on the final boss, which is fantastic.
Speaking of the final boss, something you hinted to me, and I know is common for Final Fantasy IV free enterprise runs, is a unique sprite for this run for Zeramus?
Yes, so we can customize the harp song in Cave Bahamut, or Cave Magnus. I said Bahamut because Bahamut's right there. But we can also change what the final boss looks like. And so we did a bid war for the song in Cave Magnus. But there is a specific Z sprite, as we call them, that I purposely chose because it has a very, very happy connection with me. And is relevant. It's relevant.
All right, that sounds like something we should all be looking forward to.
It makes sense.
I'm excited.
So we're gonna switch back here. So right now we are gonna be fighting a boss, getting a key item, and then wherever I can find a heckin' Cecil. The rat tail. Huh. That's okay. These lunars, it's fine. They're gonna die very quickly. That rat tail is kind of interesting. So I have the hook, and I have a rat tail, and the rat tail can actually open up a key item. It could also be what we call a zonk. In Supermarket Sweep, there's one extra key item slot, or one extra slot that can have a key item than total key items. So the one that, and that'll give like a piece of weapon or piece of armor or something. We call that the zonk. I don't really have much for progression right now. And I've made it my personal decision to fade. I usually fade Dwarf Castle, but this time I've decided to fade Baron because it amuses me. Because I make silly decisions like that. So are we gonna chase that rat tail? I think we're gonna chase that rat tail. Actually, you know what? We need to chase that rat tail because there is a character that I haven't picked up yet. And you need to get a hovercraft to get the character. And you need the hovercraft to use the rat tail. So we're gonna big brain play that and go to the place I totally forgot to go to. It's fine. We'll see we'll see what's going on here. Let's see here. So we'll do this. We'll go turn in the rat tail. We've got a bug stick boy! Okay. Okay. Okay, game. I see you. I'm going to be doing a lot of damage very quickly. I'm just going to put that out there. I'm about to do a lot of damage. So, what I'm going to do is overshoot where I was going. I lied. I undershot it. There's Fabul. I haven't done much Fabul yet. I still haven't fought that. I haven't gone there yet, but I'm trying not to go there more than I need to. Nope. I don't want to give you a life thing. I need to give you a rat tail. This is why you make silly decisions. Okay. That is a required objective.
Randomizer logic.
Yeah, this is why I'm at Free Enterprise. I make the silly, non-logical choices.
It's working in your favor this time.
Listen, it either works or I'm like finishing 8 hours behind everybody else. It's acceptable. So I still haven't found adamant armor yet and a few other things like a silk web, but so that twin harp opens up one of our objectives, complete Cave Magnus, and that's where that harp song is going to come into play. So the song that Happy by 3 was able to put in or get put into the randomizer, we're going to be hearing that soon. Oh bless. All right, so we've got the silk webs. Is there?
Well, speaking of things that your donations can do, if now's a good time for that.
Go for it.
All right. Well, your donations helped make sure that our song is going to be the song that Happy by 3 arranged. But your donations can also help us chase that goal, that milestone goal of $3,750, and make things harder for our players, which, by the way, includes Happy by 3. So, if you want a way to thank them for putting in a song that we're about to hear, and of course, Hop Up, The Valiant Son, and JPEG as well, please go ahead, put those donations in, put them in towards Blue Pass Service Dogs. Get us closer to that $3,750 milestone mark, because you all helped us unlock our bonus game for tonight, but now you can make it even better.
So, also this is a cool little feature that you can add for people. Like you can turn on a little bit more info with what your items do and don't do. Yeah. So we have a very, very strong paladin that do I not level him up yet? I don't know. I have to catch a black chocobo though, because I have to fly somewhere. Yeah, we'll see what the enemy is, but yeah. So this is our first objective that we're working on, completing Cave Magnus, and I should say I have 4 objectives that were given to me. I only have to do 3 of them for the crystal. Because I am an agent of chaos, if I feel like it, I'll just do 4 just for the sake of I can count to 4. I also love that song. I can only count to 4. I can. For those that know that song, I love you. Get that back pain checked out. So, this boss, it's la 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 plot. Things will happen. Eddie will be awesome. And we won't be able to defeat this part. We are absolutely dead to rights. Lots gonna happen. Eddie is gonna be a bro and play his harp. And we are gonna hear the specific song that you have donated for. Again, Eddie's a bro like that. This is the part we usually stay a little quiet so people can listen to the song. Willing to bet if it's, I think it is, shout out to Xenocat, I think, for making this one. Oh, Secrets by Happy. We'll enjoy it a little bit longer. No, well, it would be faster to kill them outright. But Happy made this song. I'm gonna do a magic trick with these bosses by not doing anything. Just give it some time. We're just going to ignore the fact that these are, in fact, Edge's parents.
Okay, I'm sorry. I muted to not interrupt the song,
no, you're
but
good, you're good.
We're committing familicide.
Yeah, as soon as that was the King Queen of Evelyn. It is a free fight with this flag set. They eventually just gain consciousness and leave. So, yeah. That was awesome. Ooh, we got a tower key. High progression. That's actually kind of awesome. But yeah, again, shout out to Happy. And for those of you that donated to get Noctis, Final Fantasy 15, because that is a banger of a song. And if we have time...
Thank you so much, chat. You did this. Sorry, if we have time?
Yeah, if we have time, once I finish the seed, there's actually a way, what's cool in the Free Enterprise Rando, there is a way to go back and listen to songs again once you've completed the seed. Ooh. So, we'll do that again. But that was our first objective. We're still looking for an Earth Crystal, and we are looking for a Pan. And then also the Luca Key. So, 2 of those 3 key items we need. I'm still... I really don't want to fade Baron, but I kind of need to... I'm sticking to my guns. I'm fading Baron. because I am an agent of chaos and I enjoy that. And we still have to go for Bull eventually. Anywho, how many key items do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, this works out perfectly. So, unless this is a Zonk. So, after I complete this, that tower key is really beneficial for this particular check. Because there's 2 key items that are available to you. One, you just go to the top of the tower and you fight the enemy there. And I went into the save room because I wasn't thinking. Now, if you get the tower key, you would now have access to the cannon room or the super cannon room. It is a very easy fight. It's a very low-level boss fight. But you need the tower key to access. So if you go in here, it'll say it's locked. You pull out the tower key and be like, actually, no, it's very much unlocked. And we are going to fight a pain man, which is fine. This pain man will die very quickly because this is a pretty early game fight. Now, we won't get the key item for this right away. For specifically this check, we will get it once we leave the tower. There'll be an extra cutscene that will play. But in the meantime, we're going to go to the top of the tower, and I'm going to fight the boss up there. That one I'll get the key item right away. There are some strats called, there's a specific strat called Keyless Tower, and that's if you want to check this particular tower without the tower key. So you're basically fading one check to hope that you don't need it. Because then otherwise you'll be double dipping and having to go back after you've completed the tower, and it feels really bad when that happens. Yeah, we're actually gonna swap that out now. D-Miss, Derek Miss is they're affectionately known as, is a very interesting boss. So in this flag set, you get a free key item by going to the bed, the bed that's in the Edward, the Edward that's in bed. We call him Bedward. With that flag set, or with that flag off, so you don't get a free key item. No, you have to get. Well, you have to find this boss. You have to find D-Mist. Because when you get D-Mist, now you'll have access to a specific character. Yeah, that's fine. That will give you a free key item. But at this point, we don't need to worry because we have the free key item. Right now, I can't do anything because D-Mist in Mist form is untouchable. If we try to use basic attacks, D-Mist gets angry and hits us with an attack that kind of sucks. So we don't do that. But no, you hurt my best boy. Perks of Eddie being a glass cannon, unfortunately. All right, so that's D-Mist. Now, hopefully, both of these are in fact key items, because if that's the case, that's a key item. That's the Legend Sword. We don't need it, but that's good to have. If the next one is a key item, you're going to see me smile very evilly, and you are going to see that dead Cecil come back to life and turn into a god. Because right now, again, that Cecil, that Galahad, is level 1. So remember that egg that we scrambled earlier and gave us like 32,000 XP? Well, if this is the 10th key item, that 32 is going to double to 64. And because Cecil is so much lower than the rest of my party, for him that's going to be doubled again. And he's going to get thick with XP. And it's going to be great. Now my biggest fear is that now that I've hyped this up, this is going to be the Zonk, and I'm gonna have that egg all over my face. I am prepped and just expecting this right now.
You could say it might be slingshotting back into you.
Yeah. and how? Yeah. Oh! Oh! That is a required pan! Oh, bless. That is the 10th key item. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is 10 key items. Okay, friends. And that's actually required. Level 1 Paladin. Okay. Level 1 Paladin. We're just gonna get Eddie back out here because I can. Level 31 Paladin. What egg? Also, he's got 600 HP right now. Let's see how much HP he has now that he's gone from level 1 to level 31. 1407!
That is some growth.
This is why slingshotting, it's fun. You do silly things when you slingshot characters.
Well, while you're cooking here, we did get a donation in.
Go for it. I'm going to get a few more levels, or crack a few more eggs, so you got time.
Scramble as much eggs as you want. I do like my omelets. Dangerous actually sent in $25 to say, thanks for reminding me I have no food in the house and need to go grocery shopping tomorrow. Can I get a Blue Pass service dog to help me pick out some good focaccia and some artisan cheese? Sweep that supermarket. Dangerous, I think you may also need to pick up some eggs, but thank you so much for that donation to Blue Pass service dogs.
Thanks. All right, so right now I'm actually paying very close attention to my max HP for my characters. I don't have adamant armor yet, so I'm a little concerned for the final boss, and I think unless it's on the moon, I think I might have hit the 10%, the 10% of I don't have adamant armor in this flag set, which is a little spicy. The magic number is like 20, we'll say 2200 for max. That way you can survive an unnerfed Big Bang, which is the final boss's mega attack. And unnerved means it's hitting you in the face full force, and it's very painful. So right now, my Cain and my Cecil are pretty good. Rose is getting there. I'm wondering... I might, depending on, let's see, I have, what do I want to do? I have that Tella that I saved. I stockpiled the Tella. Sounds weird. I stockpiled the character so he's not getting levels right now. And what I might do is actually swap out Rosa for Tella. And make that my final, like, composition for the composition for my final boss fight. We'll see how the rest of this plays out. The rest of this pans out. Because I'm denting.
Because you're wielding a pan now.
I'm getting a pan dented. So I'm taking this pan, taking it to Yang. I am pulling out the pan and whacking him in the face and waking him up with the pan. So it's dented now. But I needed to do that. It's fine. So you need to bonk Yang with the pan to turn in the pan. So that will be our second objective done. At this point, all we would need is either the Earth Crystal or the Luca Key. And then we'll have 3 out of 4 objectives, and then we can go fight the final boss. And what's nice about turning in the pan right now is I can do what's called... I can triple dip Fabul. So there's 3 key items, 1 boss, all that goodie, or all those goodies that I can get now. in one shot because efficiency. It works.
Well, I will say with Asuka, you being so efficient means that we don't have too much time to get that milestone. That's once again, we are trying to raise $3,750 before the start of the Played Up run so we can make things more difficult for our Multithon staff who will be playing that. And there's like less than 30 minutes left on the estimate here, but Asuka, you're being so efficient and fast, and things are just going your way. And our next run has an estimate of only 20 minutes, so you don't have much time. Get those donations in. You can donate to Blue Path via Tiltify with that handy link in the chat, or the link in our banner below the stream. Every donation counts and helps Blue Path Service Dogs raise more monies because... And I'm sorry, I'm just so excited about the puppies. Blue Path Service Dogs are purpose-bred from their own breeding program or through partner organizations. These special dogs possess superior health and temperament that give them the best chance to be successful as service dogs, enabling Blue Path to help more children and families. And the cost to prepare them is upwards of $40,000. So thanks to the ongoing generosity of supporters, Blue Path Service Dogs, and the intensive ongoing follow-up support that the families who receive them get, are provided free of charge. That is what your donations are going to. So get those donations in. We couldn't do this without you. So thank you so, so much.
Yeah. Thank you. So I kind of had a interesting look on my face. I'm in go mode with that earth crystal. That said, we're gonna take a little bit of a scenic route. So yeah, that boss right there. That is in vanilla. That's called the Fabul Gauntlet. That's normally like 5. It's the vanilla one. I think it's 6 fights of enemies that are usually local in the area. In like you can keep it like that, or if you do if you turn off, so it's like you can make the gauntlet harder. What you can do is make it such that there's enemies from the local area of wherever the boss fight's taking place in. You can make them show up. So some of the gauntlets are really hard, some of them are really easy. Thankfully that was not the gauntlet, because in the rando we cringe when we get stuck with the gauntlet. The viewers love it because, again, the viewers like myself are agents of chaos, and yeah, it definitely makes runners sweat, that's for sure. Because in the rando it's a big time sink, and when you're racing it, like I don't know where I'm going. When you're racing it, that's a big question you need to ask yourself. So are you willing to sit through the entire gauntlet in hopes that it's of value? Sometimes it's not, and it feels really bad, or you know it is, and the person like is having issues getting through the gauntlet. You're just like, oh, don't give up, and they give up, and you're like, no, come back, you need to do this. Haven't seen the gauntlet yet, which spicy. That star is a lunar boss, and I don't have many lunar bosses yet. Absolutely not! Okay. I hate this boss. This is my least...
I dare say the game is throwing for content.
That boss is not hard, but that boss is very good at trolling me. I don't like that boss. That floppy eye green blubber flappy butt. Oh hey, it's you. Actually, you know what? You're gonna come to the final boss with me.
Hooray!
You're gonna be asleep, but you're coming to the final boss with me.
You know what? I could use some more sleep, so
it's fine.
I'll take that.
It's fine.
I'm not a speedrunner, so, gotta get that agility.
Exactly. Actually, yeah, that's... Your purpose is to put the agility in my favor. Edward at level 1, and then Rydia at level 1 is I shouldn't have done that, but whatever. It's fine. Actually, no, it's fine. So, she's very, very good at being an anchor. You'll see her agility is 4. Comparative to Edwards, who's 29, Edge, 37, Kane, 33, Cecil, 28. They're all speedy boys. So basically she's there to slow down the final boss, as my beefy, tanky Zerker boys are just beating up that boss. Odin. Okay, that's fine. But the caveat is I need to make sure that Rydia does not gain levels. Because Rydia gets a little spicy in the sense of her agility will pump up really fast and kind of break her as an anchor. Tell is also a really good one, which is kind of why I stockpiled him earlier on in the game. Yeah, he's a pretty good anchor too. Earth Crystal, all right. So we could go on. No, Pan's turned in. Sand Ruby. This is either a Zonk. Well, no, it could be a. I don't know what it's gonna be. Actually, you know what? That's a good thing. So the pink tail in this flag set, I go to the same place that I turned in the rat tail earlier, and with the rat tail you get potentially a key item. The pink tail, you get adamant armor. I have not seen adamant armor yet, and it sucks. So I'm going to turn in the pink tail and get some adamant armor. And we are going to put that on... Do I be the stereotypical me and put it on Edward? Yes.
He is best boy.
He is best boy. I have a perfectly good Crystal Sword Cecil in my party. Nope, I'm gonna stick it on the Bard because Edward. Yep. This is what we do here. Okay, so Pinktail's turned in. I've got 20 minutes. You know what? I'm going to see if I can full clear this in the time I have.
All right, chat. I feel like that's an opportune time for a challenge. Can you reach $3,700 raised before Asuka full clears this?
So by full clear, I'm going to get the Luca key, the Adamant Rock, and it's at the place I faded. Okay. It's barren. So Eddie is now fun strong. So the other thing in this particular flag set is also, did you know Todd smells? Okay.
I sure do now.
You know. Oh, there's a fupa. It's fine. Okay. So in this flag set, in Freedom Prize, there's something called the back row glitch, and the back row glitch is really nice in that if you equip a long distance or long range item like a bow and arrow, harps or whatnot, and then equip a short range. No. Chad, I found the gauntlet. That's the gauntlet. I have Stardust. I do have Stardust. Okay, so we're gonna be here for 6 fights. Alright, cool. So, I also just realized that Rydia needs to... I kind of boo-booed. We're still gonna just kind of... Before I forget. Again. So, yeah, the back row glitch makes it so that you can put your characters in the back row, keep them safer from harm, take less damage because they're further away from the enemies, and everything's cool. Well, this particular flag set, at least this iteration of it, has back row glitch turned off. So that means my melee characters, my Cecil, my Edward, my Kane, they need to be in the front row to do that extra damage. Well, Kane is kind of suffering right now because he's in the back row, so he's doing less damage. Edge, I don't need to worry about because he's throwing weapons. He doesn't need to worry about whether he's front row or back row. But if I were to put Edward or Cecil into the back row, their damage output with their weapons would be significantly less. Right now, it's not a good show of it because they're just using an item because it takes less time. And I have set this arbitrary. I'm going to get all the key items thing, so we need to speed things up a bit. What are you? Of course you're the Luca key. Of course. Yeah, sure. Fine. So that would have also been an objective. We're gonna chase that. Why not? That's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Downsides of fading things. You tend to fade the thing you need. But it's okay.
Well, can I ask if you would have needed that if you hadn't decided on arbitrarily
No,
clearing this?
actually no. So I picked up an item called Crystal by completing 3 out of 4 objectives. And that means I can... So to beat the final boss, there are 2 things you need. Access to the moon, which I have with the pass, and the darkness crystal for that matter, and the crystal. The crystal's the only way to kick Zeromus out of its invulnerable form and make it so you could actually fight him. So yeah, no, this is called I'm just showing off the rest of the seat. And I am hoping that this is going to give me the adamant rock. We'll see. It's been a hot minute since I've done sealed caves, so I had to think about that for a second. And I just realized I don't have sympathy rope. Alright. I didn't have to do that, but here we are.
Was that the first chest you've opened?
It was the second chest. It was the first chest I didn't really need, but I got discombobulated in my brain and went the wrong way. And if you go down that rope, you pick up the chest. It's just, I don't make the rules. I break
Extra
them.
steps to get us more time.
Yeah, pretty much. So, this boss can get kind of cheeky. This is a surprisingly tough area, but my characters are pretty chonky at this point. So they are, yeah, they're final boss ready. So unless I'm walking into an absolute getting hoisted by my own petard situation, which I have done before, I'm quite good at that. Party rock, party rock, party rock. Yeah. All right. So we've officially gotten all the key items, which means I have faded the song, which is the Baron key. Okay. Okay, game. I see you. Who are we fighting? Mom Bomb's not bad. Eddie's gonna get drunk. Rydia's gonna die. Cecil is going to get drunk. Edge is going to throw things. And Kane is also going to get drunk and not do much damage. It's fine.
When you say party rock, they really are just having a party.
Yeah. Well, it's like I tend to flip-flop the party rocks. Like the party rock is technically the earth crystal, technically, but I've called it the adamant. By taking the adamant rock and then the legend sword, you open up a shop in the underground. That gives you access to some good things. And maybe I don't think the adamant armor can get locked behind that. I'm not sure. It's been a hot minute since I've not found adamant armor in Supermarket Sweep. Thanks, game. But we'll see. Also, the true feels bad is the fact that I don't have a character with warp because I don't have a black mage. So I have to walk out, and people without characters that, or wait, I don't know, words. This walkout feels really weird because it doesn't make sense because we're not used to going this way. That's why it's like I'm acting like I've never played this game before, which is, I'm not saying I'm good, I just do silly
I wasn't
things.
going to call it a walk of shame.
Oh, 100% call it a walk of shame. 100% call it a walk of shame. It very much is what it is. Usually you can just kind of use some awesome magic and get out of there quicker. Alright, though. You know, let's go see that forge. Because I'm actually curious if there might be adamant armor there. If there is, things are about to get real funny. And then we're going to go fight a final boss, which I mentioned earlier. It has a custom sprite. Much like the custom song. But this one I have personally chosen because it's relevant to the plot that is Multithon. And it is relevant to me personally. We are going to get Excalibur, which we don't need. I'm going to go talk to a dwarf. This dwarf. This dwarf. So unless it's on the moon, I did not roll myself adamant armor. Cool. Thanks, game. Anyway, we're going to
First time for everything.
Yeah. Yeah. I would hit the 10% chance of there not being adamant armor. It, par for the course. Okay. So, this is where final preparations are in order. Now, I am having issues apparently saving, or loading. I'm going to drop battle speed to 2. I'm going to make sure I have everything kind of where I need it, or want it. Elixir's up here. Moonveils, Bacchus is up there. I need the Avengers. Exits I don't care about anymore. Actually, no, we're going to do that. Bacchus, Elixir, Moonveil. Yeah. And then the Crystal. That one's kind of important. You're going to put up here. I have Silkweb, don't I? Yes, I do. That's also going to be kind of important. Okay. So. That's fine. Save the game. Save the game twice. I've seen lots of races end because people don't save their game. Save your game. Please. We have an emote in Free Enterprise of the save icon because people haven't saved.
Really putting that emphasis on safety and safety save.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I'm going to do silly things. And if I die, then I get kicked back to where I saved twice. But anywho, the sprites randomized. Normally, I've chosen a specific Brando or specific sprite for this, but there's a thing that we say in the Free Enterprise community, and that is, whose butt are we going to kick? And before we go into showing this up, put Z, capital Z, and then question mark in chat. Or if you have the Free Enterprise flag, put that in there too, because that's what we do. And now, this is the final boss. Now, time will be when you hear kind of like a crack, kind of like that sound. I'll call it. This is going to be a very hands-off game for me because I've got people that are just going to be doing a lot of damage, and I don't have to control them, which is great. But Little worried about Edge. Little worried about my boy. What I am gonna do... He's gonna shake and be angry. She's gonna use a crystal. I'm going to do what's called insurance on Eddie. Because I protect him, and you get to see my favorite Z sprite in the game. Why, you ask?
I've been waiting for this.
Meet my dogs.
Oh my
So
gosh. Yeah. I'm sorry, can we let Zeroma swing? Can we let Korjima swing?
No.
I had to ask.
I just realized I need to slow our boy down, otherwise that could get a little spicy.
Alright, well chat, this run has the zoomies. I would need you to also have the zoomies because we are rapidly closing in on the end of this run. As Asuka said, time is coming up very, very soon. Our next run is not long, and we would love to see you hit $3,700 before PlateUp to get us ever closer to making things harder for those runners. So !donate in chat as the requisite anchor for this battle. Oh, there I go. There's me being an anchor. I do have to let you know, hey, Blue Path Dogs, some of what they do is actually acting as an anchor for children with autism, because many children with autism exhibit bolting tendencies, which can make trips outside the home a frightening proposition. A Blue Path service dog works alongside parents or caregivers to keep a child safe. The dog is connected to the child via a specially designed tether system, and the dog is trained to anchor in response to a child bolting. And this immediate emotionless reaction keeps the child safe and often helps to reduce or eliminate the bolting behavior. You really are helping children with autism grow up to be more independent with your donations. So let's get ever closer to that $3,750 milestone and we're less than $100 away. Sorry, we're a little over $100 away. Imagine doing math. But we can do it. I believe in you, chat.
Oh, this is bad. This is bad. This is bad. Kane, are you gonna be fast enough? I don't know. Oh! Actually, I don't have to worry about it more. Time is coming up. This is the final phase. Ah! Time. Yeah, I was not expecting that. So, right there, what potentially happened was when Zeroma shook, that usually signifies the Big Bang's coming up. Unless you're able to push Zeramus into the final phase, which he just spams Meteo. And Meteo is a last-ditch attack that does very little damage. But at that point you have like 12,000 HP to burn through, which Dart's 7, almost 8,000 point Dart did that for me. So I was like, I don't know if I'm in the third phase or not, so we're gonna gamble and just put the elixir out there. But yeah, that was a bigger tour of the Free Enterprise Supermarket Sweep flags than anticipated. We got to see all 4 objectives. You know, you only need to do 3. And you got to see
through the gauntlet.
You got through the gauntlet. You got to see my dogs. The red-orange one was my Pembroke Welsh Corgi Galahad, and the black one was my Cardigan Welsh Corgi Freya. I had won a drawing to get a sprite of my choice put in by the absolutely wonderful Scala Kitty, who has done so much amazing sprite work over the years. Z's since pretty much retired from doing the sprite work, but the sprites are amazing in Free Enterprise, by all means. I'll show you something really quickly, because I mentioned you can go back and listen to the harp song after you've beaten the game. You have to wait for the planets to show up, but do check out Free Enterprise. It's expanded immensely. There are so many avenues to play now, so many different ways to play, so many flag sets, so many rule sets even. There's a lot that's available now for people, and the community's pretty awesome. Like, they're very inviting, very welcoming, and they want to teach you how to play the game. Straight up, they absolutely want to teach you. But otherwise, for me, I'm Asuka424. I play good games badly and bad games quickly. Not gonna ask about that, but twitch.tv/Asuka424, Blue Sky. I'm Asuka424 on there. I play a little bit of everything. Like, I don't stick to a genre that requires like focus, and I don't. So when you come to Bedward, when you're playing through the randomizer, this harp is all like green and mossy and disgusting. When you beat the flag set and you see the planets and you go back and reload a save, that harp is now all shiny and new because Edward has used it recently. So when you click on it now, once you beat the seed, you can go back and listen to what song it was. And even if you didn't get to go to that particular objective, you didn't get to see the Cave Magnus, you can still, once you beat the flag set, come to this harp and hear what song was in your seed. So it's a really cool feature they have on there. So again, thank you for those donations to Blue Path, or for Blue Path Service Dogs. Y'all are heckin' amazing. I want to see another dog named for, was it like third year in a row? Lightning and Thunder were in this flag set.
It would be the third year in a row if we, and we will get that map.
Absolutely.
I believe in everyone.
So definitely keep donating for such a good cause. Much love to Metroid Crime and Indie Villain, Hearts. Hopefully things get sorted out there. Thanks everyone for showing up, and keep donating, keep watching. There's some great runs coming up. And Zoku's also amazing. Just saying.
Thank you for having me and letting me join in with you on this. I say this every time, but I am incredibly tempted because Supermarket Sweep really seems like an easy way to get into Free Enterprise.
It's a very easy flag set to play, chill flag set to play, and it's a very, very, very tricky one to optimize. It really, like, it's a cool flag set, and I like playing it because it's fun, it's silly, it gives you ultimate power. If you don't like that, there's flag sets where you are just getting punished the whole time. They are super hard, super tough, and super rewarding when you complete them. There's a flag set for everybody, and there's not a whole lot of key items or characters to kind of learn or memorize. It's a very low barrier of entry compared to some other randomizers out there. So even if you've never played Final Fantasy IV before, you can still pick up everything you need to know just by tinkering around with the flags or tinkering around with the flag set. So, yeah.
That sounds like a great selling point for Free Enterprise. So if you enjoyed this run, absolutely go check it out. But of course, not right now. We've got more fantastic runs coming up as we round out day 3 of Multithon. So stick around.